Hey everyone, welcome back to our series, Top 15 Characters Not in Marvel Strike Force. Today we're going to focus on three mutant X-Men, two of them which have been rumored in game already for an upcoming patch. So stick with us, stay tuned, and we're going to go through those kits. All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel DethSquad Gaming. I'm Spiderpool, and today we're going to talk about three mutants who, two of those have already been rumored in game. All three are X-Men. Kind of wanted, like I mentioned before, to lump some of the similar ones together on each one. This is a 5-part series. This is part 4 of that series. So make sure you look in the description to check out the other videos. And without further ado, let's go ahead and go through these kits. So our first one here is Rogue. She is a hero mutant global brawler, and of course X-Men, as we all pretty much imagine. So her basic is going to be the old 1-2, and you're going to attack primary target for X damage plus 10% drain, 50% chance to bonus attack for X amount of damage with an additional 5% drain. So if we all think of the character Rogue, we all know anytime she touches someone with her bare skin, she's absorbing powers, absorbing abilities, things like that. So that's kind of where I went with this kit. Whenever she is hitting, she is doing some drain there to get some health back. And, seemed like, that ultimate especially, you're going to see that kit, going back to those absorbing powers. So I think it's really neat. Her special, New Orleans Shuffle, 3 of 4 on that. And if Gambit is an ally, you're going to gain offense up plus counter for this attack. And you're going to attack primary target for X amount of damage plus ability block. You're going to attack adjacent allies for X damage plus 5% drain. So moderate cooldown there. Going to get that on the second turn to gain some of that health back. Again, if you have Gambit with you as a teammate, there's going to be a lot of synergy between those two. You'll see that in both their kits here. So her ultimate is called Sucker Punch. You're going to get that on the first turn. Going to cost 6, and you're going to attack primary target for X damage plus a 20% drain there. Like I mentioned, pretty much every attack she has, she's going to get some health back. You're going to gain an assist now from an allied Gambit and gain charge. When you gain that charge, you're going to absorb the target's ultimate ability. That ability will be at full energy for your next turn. And once used, you'll lose charge and lose that ultimate ability, going back to what's here on that description. So basically what you're going to see is, she's going to hit for damage, gain some health back, and gain an assist from Gambit. And then come her next turn, let's say she absorbs Black Bolt's ultimate ability. So that ability will be fully charged. She'll be able to use that ultimate again, and she'll be spraying everybody with Black Bolt's ability. Then she'll lose that charge and lose that ability. So pretty unique ultimate there. I thought it was really cool just to be able to pick your target, absorb that ultimate, but not use it right away. She obviously has that attack and assist from Gambit, and then she'll be able to use it that next turn. So her passive, Southern Comfort, and if Gambit is a teammate, you're going to gain 20% damage plus 10% speed. On turn, if below 25% health, she's going to absorb 10% total health from each ally. Cannot absorb more than 100% of Rogue's total health. So I don't see her as using too much of this just because with all the drain mechanics that she has, but if she does kind of get knocked down to that 25% health, she's going to kind of boost back up by absorbing her teammates' health, which will help give her quite a bit of sustain. Again, she'll be doing big damage because she is a brawler, so that ultimate she'll be punching people in the face and getting those offense ups and assists from Gambit. So here's Rogue. Tell me what you think down below. what you'd like to see different, or possibly add to the kit. So on to Gambit. So his basic, actually let's go over his traits. So he is a hero, mutant, global, blaster, and X-Men. Now his basic is going to be 2 pair, and you're going to attack primary target for X amount of damage plus blind and gain 1 charge. So I think the charge mechanic is really, really cool. You can tell from watching the previous videos, I use it quite a bit. And actually all 3 of these characters we're going to talk about today use the charge mechanic. It just allows for some really neat kits. And so I tried to use it as much as possible. So again, so he'll be attacking for damage, blinding that target, which is pretty powerful for a basic, and then gaining a charge. His special full house, pretty low cooldown, just 3 of 3, be able to use that first turn out, and you'll be able to attack primary target for X amount of damage, and you'll gain 1 bonus attack for X damage per charge. So if he has multiple charges on that special, again with that low cooldown, he'll be hitting them, possibly repeatedly. And if Rogue is an ally, he'll get a 10% chance to disrupt per charge. So if he has 5 charges, he's going to have a 50% chance to apply disrupt to that. Again, with that low cooldown, I think that's a great ability. Being able to use that charge mechanic to kind of build, that's kind of what Gambit's about. He's charging anything he touches really, and using that as a weapon. So really like that ability. His ultimate, straight flush, longer cooldown, not going to be able to use right away. It starts with 3 energy, and you're going to get to attack all targets for X amount of damage, gain X damage per charge, then remove all charge. If fully charged, extend all negative effects on all targets by 1. So again, really like this ability. The reason for the longer cooldown is gives you a chance to kind of build up those charges to really maximize its potential, and being able to have more debuffs or negative effects on the targets, pass that by yourself and your teammates, and then being able to extend those by 1. Now his passive, Bayou Boogie. On turn, he'll gain a charge up to 10. So every ability he has is going to have a charge, and he'll be gaining an additional 1 each turn, up to 10. So on that special, could end up 100% chance to disrupt. On that basic, doing more damage. On the special, continuing to add those bonus attacks per charge. So really like that. And then when he's called for on an assist now, he's actually going to gain offense up. And if Rogue is an ally, he's going to gain 20% max health. So this is one of the shorter kits that I've done, pretty basic. But you tend to see that with most blasters. They're really just out there to punch people in the face and move on. Not applying too many debuffs there. But all in all, I think he's a pretty solid kit, and he pairs well with his other X-Men teammates as well as Rogue. So, okay, so moving on to our last one, Bishop. And he also is a hero, mutant, global, controller, and X-Men. So I kind of went back and forth with him. Didn't know if I wanted to keep him a controller or a blaster, but I figured with reading up on him with the time travel stuff and everything, it made more sense to have him as a controller. So his basic XSE shot, so I'm reading up, that's kind of the name of one of the guns that he uses, so I went with that. And you're going to attack primary target for X damage and reduce speed bar by 10%. If target is a villain, you're going to reduce by 20% instead. And if target is villain tech, you'll reduce by 30% and attack for X piercing damage instead. And you'll gain 10% damage per charge. So as I mentioned before, a lot of charge mechanics in these characters. He'll be gaining additional damage, per charge that he has. Rewinding those speed bars, sentinels and things like that are kind of his bitter enemies, and so that's why I put that whole villain tech in there for some additional speed bar reduction and piercing damage there as well. So His special is going to be run and gun and 3 of 4 on the cooldown there, and attack primary target for X damage. If charged, you'll bonus attack for X damage per charge, and then spread all negative effects from primary target to adjacent target. So pretty cool one there. You know, being able, like I said, to be a controller, spreading negative effects, doing some bonus damage per charge, but again, pretty basic special there. Nothing out of the ordinary, kind of what you would expect. Ultimate is a concussion blast, and really long cooldown on this, and starts with 4, but you'll get to attack all targets for X amount of damage and apply 10% stun chance per charge to each target. So and then you'll lose 1 charge per stun applied. So if you attack 5 targets and you have 5 charges, so you got a 50% chance to apply a stun to each of those targets. And let's say you only apply it to 2 of them, you're just going to lose 2 charges and keep the remaining 3. Great ultimate in my opinion, with the chance to stun the whole team potentially. And again, on that longer cooldown, that way you can gain some charges there. On some of our other kits that we went over in the previous videos, like Professor X, he's throwing around ability energy, so he can kind of get that ultimate ability off a little more often than what you're seeing there. So passive energy absorption. When attacked for damage, gain 10% barrier plus a counter and 1 charge, up to 10. And on turn, if he's charged, he'll heal self for 10% health per charge. On turn, gain 10% speed bar per charge. So again, a lot of what he's doing, time travel, things like that, he's speeding up based on, you know, his charges when he's taking hits. That's kind of his thing, is he's taking the energy that he's absorbing, pushing that out, gaining barrier. I really like his passive. To me, that's the funnest part about his kit, and really what makes him an awesome controller, being able to heal himself and you know, manipulate speed bar with that and his basic. So those are the 3. Next time we'll go over our final 3 tunes not in MSF, and wrap this series up. So again, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And I'll schedule another video for the next day. So I'm doing one of these a day, and just let me know what you think. Be sure to subscribe, and thanks again.